Hello gamers, welcome back to the inn. I'm Rob, and we're going to be checking out my Control Mech Priest deck. Yes, I'm covering Priest. I normally am not a big Priest player, especially before Goblin vs. Gnomes, but these new cards, they definitely benefit Priest a lot, and they give it a lot more control comparative to previous cards and builds. So, like normal, we're going to start off with playing 3 ranked games. We'll see if we can beat all of our opponents, and the deck list should be on the right-hand side, along with me having the deck list open another tab. So I will go over the deck, starting with Circle of Healing down to Mind Control, and talk about why I've got them in the deck and all that good stuff and the combos you can use with them. So this hand isn't looking too bad. This again is not an early game deck. This is middle to late game, so it going against rush decks really hurts this deck a lot, but that's why I put the Soul Priest in here along with a 2 of those Shadow Madnesses. They definitely help gain field control back. So he's going to play a Noyotron. It actually is very, very annoying and end his turn. So I'm going to go Coin, and I'm going to summon my Cultist, and then on turn 3 I'll be able to play the other Cultist if he hasn't killed the first, and then of course on turn 4 we'll play the Soul Priest. So we've got monsters lined up for the next 2 turns. So hopefully he can't kill them. So as he goes, we'll talk about some of these cards. Circle of Healing. Obviously, if you're playing the Soul Priest, it's a 4 damage to everything on the field bomb. So against rush decks, this works nice. So playing the other Cultist, attacking his Noyotron to get the Divine Shield down. There's really not much else I can do. Watch him execute that Dark Cultist. That'll be annoying. But then it'll give the other one health. So I guess it's not too bad. Yep, there's the execute. So now the other one gets +3 health. Yay! Okay, and then he's just going to execute that too. That's cool. So he's wasted both of his removal spells on turn 4. And he's going to play another Noyotron to replace the last one as if it wasn't annoying enough. So here I can play Cleric, but then he'll just be able to kill it depending on what he's got in his hand. 5 mana and 3 cards. I don't really want to waste that. If I play the Soul Priest, at least it'll live and it'll be able to kill if he tries to kill the creature if he tries to attack it. So I guess we'll just go with that. Heading down the list, Holy Smite, running 2 of these. Because of the Vol'jin, he replaces the health of a creature, whatever creature you want. He only has 2 health. So ideally you would replace, let's say if he has got a card with 6 or plus health, give it 2 health, use 1 mana, deal 2 damage to it. So for 6 mana, you can kill whatever your opponent has and then pretty much take its health away. So if he buffs up a creature or you're playing a druid and that druid's got like that 5/10 taunt card, just get rid of it. So he's made his Noyotron that much more annoying. And yeah. And there's the Circle of Healing. How freaking lucky. So we can ping this. Yeah, we don't want a Circle of Healing because then it'll kill my Soul Priest, leaving this guy at 1 health, and then I have to deal with it. So let's ping this guy for 2. Circle of Healing, killing everyone on the field. He draws 1, but I just did a 3 for 1, so that is okay. Well, actually a 2 for 3, and then he drew 1, so a 3 for 3 pretty much. But that's okay. So it's back to my 5 cards to his 4. So we're actually a card advantage up, and he went first. So I'll be up 2 card advantage next turn if he doesn't do anything crazy this turn. This is where this deck really takes hold. We're getting into turn 5, 6, 7. This is where this deck really, like I said, gets the control, as you'll see, hopefully through the cards I get. So I'm going to Shadow Ward Death this 5/5 because I have no other way of killing it. Heal myself for 2 and swing for 1 end my turn. So it's again my 5 cards to his 4 cards. Nothing's really changed besides that 1 damage, which is really hefty. He's got to watch out for that. So if he plays anything big, I can either kill it with Shadow Ward Death, switch it with Vol'jin. If he doesn't, there's Dr. Boom. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Holy Smite and the Vol'jin combo, like I just mentioned. How freaking ironic. So, Vol'jin, we're going to steal his 7 health creature. We're going to give him 2. I'm going to ping his Dr. Doom with 2 damage, killing it, and then, of course, swinging for 1 directly. So those bombs, though, Dr. Boom is actually a really, really cool legendary. If you've got him, you can definitely throw him in this deck in replace of maybe the what is his name? Earthringer, Trogger. We'll just call him Trogger. Or Prophet. Prophet isn't really necessary in this deck. He's more of a hopefully your opponent wastes some CC on him kind of card. Oh god, don't bomb Volgin. Oh, he only did 1 damage to him. How awesome. If he has Whirlwind now, that would kind of stink, but I don't think he does. Oh, Fury War Axe, or Fiery War Axe. He'll kill it, but he's taking 6 to the face. So it's now his 4 cards to my 4 cards. Okay, so here I'm going to heal my Cleric for 1, draw another one, and obviously can't do anything else but kill this 5/5 and swing. I didn't have enough for Trogger, and I didn't have enough for Prophet. Next turn, I believe I will be playing, if he doesn't play a creature, I'm playing Trogger. Oh, never mind, not playing Trogger. Actually, wait, what's going on? Oh my god, that card's annoying. Okay, so from here, I have 9 mana. If I Holy Nova and Shadow Madness, I'll have, that's 9. If I can heal and draw 1, take control of his card and kill it, leaving that at, okay, yeah, so I'm going to attack the taunt with my Cleric, getting it down but not killing it. Then I can Holy Nova, bringing this one down to 4 health, this one down to 3, take control of this one and kill the other one, leaving it at, I believe, 4 health. Or 3 health. If I play this Cleric, I won't have enough mana, right? Yeah, 9 and 9, yeah, so don't believe that's going to work, and I don't think there's any way else around this. This has to happen as of this, yes. So Holy Nova, it's going to heal my guy. It's going to draw me a card. I don't want to kill that 2/3 just right away. I want to deal as much damage to that 4/4 as I can. So I swing it, kill his card, and replace it with my card. It has now brought him down to 2 health. And yeah. Sorry about that. So he can either use his weapon to kill my Cleric and then swing for 4, which is exactly what he's going to do. Okay. So now is when I'm going to be wasting my Prophet, depending on what I draw. Yep. I wish that Shadow Priest card could take control at 3 or less. That would be completely broken. And I've decided that I'd rather play Trogger because I said Prophet but played Trogger. Because right now on his field he can't kill Trogger. The only way for him to kill Trogger is if he either plays another creature, waits a turn, which is ideal for me because then I'll either be able to take control of it if it's a 2 or less, or kill it. But hopefully he will just, oh man, that didn't work out that did not work out to plan. Now he's just gonna kill Trogger. Okay, never mind. that whole plan did not work. I should have just played Prophet and been done with it, and he would have wasted the same thing. Because I'd much rather save a Trogger, or a Trogger, because that card, every time your opponent plays a spell, you get a 3/5. So I'm going to take one of his Harvest Golems, and I'm going to heal myself for 2, and end my turn. I could have killed his Harvest Golem, but either way, he's still going to have a Golem that has 2 attack, and the attack is what I'm worried about, not the health. So we'll see if he plays like maybe an Armor Smith. I'd rather waste the Shadow Word Pain on. So what you gonna do? Bomb Lobber. What a lucky guy. So of course he's gonna use his weapon, kill my Shadow Priest, and attack me directly. Okay, so next turn I'll be able to Shadow Word Pain the 3/3, attack the other Harvest Golem, and then Cleric and heal back up my Harvest Golem to draw 1. Yeah, I'm not going to Prophet. There's no point. He has no cards in hand. Yes. So Cleric, attack his Harvest Golem, heal mine back up, draw 1, rag 7 mana. How unfortunate. Of course, kill his 3/3, and my turn. I guess I could have played Prophet instead of killing his 3/3, but then he could have just killed my Cleric, and either way, it would have had to die next turn. So, I'd rather, sorry again, save my Cleric. My Cleric is the drawing. If you use Cleric to the right ability, Cleric is absolutely great. It gives you huge card advantage. Ooh, Alexstrasza. Guess what Alexstrasza's getting next turn? He's getting mind controlled. That would be the whole control portion of this deck. Gimme. So, yeah, I'm just gonna clear his field. Might as well. So I'm gonna attack that, attack the 2/1, and then I'll Circle of Healing, draw 2. Works for me, works for you. Doesn't work for him. And end my turn. So now it's my 5 cards in hand, 3 on field to his 1 card in hand. I believe that's a well played. Oh, shit. That's a card that can turn around a game right there. By the way, if you've got Windrunner, throw her into this deck. That's a very good control card. It literally, if you don't have a silence, it poops popsicle sticks. It's broken. So, healing myself for 2, of course, just swinging for 8, swinging for 2, swinging for 1. Not even going to worry about killing the Windrunner. There's no point. There's just ignore it. It's going to take what it takes, and you just have to accept the fact that it's going to do whatever it wants. So he's probably going to attack either the Alexstrasza or the Prophet Velen. What are you going to do? There he goes. He's going to try to kill the Prophet. And what's he going to grab? At the end of the game, it's like on... Okay. Woo! That was lucky. Okay. As long as he didn't get the 8-8. I mean, I could have handled myself if he did, because Ragnaros does work on its own. But in the end, you've got the 1-3. So Windrunner did not treat you very well. And there's another win. So, going back over some of the cards in this deck, we made our way to Holy Smite. Power Wood Shield is a 1-for-1. As soon as you play it, draws you a card and gains your kid, or not your kid, but with your monster health. Really nice card, and it only costs 1 mana, so you really can't go wrong with that. Northshire Cleric, this is a need be in pretty much any priest deck. It doesn't matter what you play. Your passive is healing, and this card draws you cards when you heal. That's just kind of like, duh, like, just play it. Okay, so this hand, Hunter, obviously he's probably playing Rush Hunter. That is all you fucking see when playing Hunters. So I'm going to keep the Circle of Healing. Normally I wouldn't keep that card in my hand at first, but since maybe I can draw Soul Priest pretty early on, it will provide me with what I need when I need it. So 2 Holy Smites and a Healing Circle. Really nice this early in the game. So what are you going to play turn 1? I wonder if he plays anything, because if he plays like a creature with 2 attack, I'm just going to attack it with my Cleric and heal it next turn. Yeah, so he's going to play Leaper Gnome. If he doesn't play anything else, he's kind of silly. Wow. Okay, so now I'm just going to attack it with my Cleric and heal it for 2 and draw 1. Okay. Oh, Shadow Madness and Holy Nova. We've got almost all of my clearing. This game was like, okay, Rob, we've got to match you. You have to beat this Hunter. Give me Holy Nova, Shadow Madness, Holy Smites. Holy crap. This game is rigging me to win right now. Yeah, this is not looking good for him. So swing. Again, I'm just going to heal this guy back up, draw another card, and I'm going to play another Cleric. Why not? And end my turn. I'm honestly not really worried about that spider, because whatever he plays next turn, if he doesn't attack one of my guys with that spider, is I'm going to Shadow Madness that spider or whatever else he plays. Yep, I'm taking that Mad Scientist. I'm not letting him get secrets. Actually, no, if I take the Mad Scientist, the spider only has 1 freaking attack, so it wouldn't kill the Mad Scientist. So what I can do, though, no, I can't. I'm not going to Shadow Madness. I'm not going to Holy Nova with just 2, because then he's just going to make more cards and get a secret. So I'll just gain more. Let's just go for more field control, swing for 2, and see what he does. If he does what I want him to do, he will not kill his Mad Scientist yet, and he'll just attack directly with everything, because that's what a stupid Rush Hunter will do. He's just worried about one thing, and that is taking your health down to 0 as quickly as possible, instead of worrying about the field. So he's going to give this minion +2 attack. Okay. So right now, if I was him, I would be killing my Clerics or killing that 4/3. But he's, oh man, he's doing exactly what I want him to do. Wow, this works really nicely. Oh my goodness gracious. So here I can, you know what, we'll swing for 4 first, just to get this out of the way, because I know he's going to get a secret after this. So now I can attack each one of his cards with my Cleric, put 2 damage on them each, or yeah, either 1 to 2 damage on them each, and then do a Holy Nova, and that'll heal my main guy and both of them back up, allowing me to draw 4 cards now. So I'll end up with 10 cards in hand at the end of this turn while he has 2. Theoretically, that plan should work. Unless he gets some sort of crazy secret, and like a explosive trap would suck, or maybe a frozen trap. It doesn't really matter. But Holy Nova, like I said, clearing his entire field, it's gonna give him 2 more of those little 1/1 spiders, and it's gonna give him a secret. But I think drawing 4 cards is worth it. So now we've got a full hand, guys, and I don't know what he just conceded. Oh, that's pretty funny. Oh man, you just got wombo comboed. Damn. I'm sorry. Okay, so we need 1 more game, I believe, to win here. Yeah. So we've got 2 wins in a row. Let's go for the 3rd win. And yeah, it seems like this deck is moving quite along. It's moving nicely. You've got to see a lot of its control aspects so far, and it even puts up well against early game hunters if you draw, like I said, the right hand. So we left off at Shadow. I believe we left off at, what did we leave off at? Shadow Word Pain, I think we left off at. All right, we'll pick that up when we figure out what we're gonna keep in our hand here. I think we're gonna keep our entire hand. I think I might get rid of Vol'jin though. I think that's turn 5 is just too long. I mean, it depends though. If this Druid, yeah, it's too far. Even though a Druid could innervate twice and play something huge, I can't play he'll. Yeah, there we go. So he plays something huge anyway. It'll just get Shadow Word Death. That was very nice of you, Hearthstone. Thank you. Okay, so we left off at Shadow Word Pain. I'm running one of these because we've got 2 Shadow Madnesses. We've got our Shadow Priests, and all those deal with 2 or less or 3 or less. So we don't want to kill all of them. We want to take them. So that's why I'm only running 1 Shadow Word Pain. We're running 2 Shadow Word Deaths, though, because if they play anything big, the only thing we have against that is Vol'jin or maybe committing suicide with our some of our other cards. So, oh god. I have nothing up. Yeah, we do. There it is. And now I'm going to swing for 1 in my turn. So like I said, if they have anything big, we definitely got to have those Shadow Word Deaths out. And as you can see in our previous games, it really did help us out in killing those 5/5s from that warrior. Okay, so coining, throwing down my 4/3, swinging for 1 and ending my turn. Definitely playing a 4-drop card on turn 3 puts off your opponent, especially when that card is 4/3 and it has a death rattle that summons another creature. These Sky Golems, or these piloted cards, are my freaking favorite. I absolutely love them. Even sometimes you get garbage 2-drops and 4-drops. Just the fact that it's random every time is so cool. Like those are 2 of my favorite cards. Okay. Wow, another Shredder. That, you know what? Sure. Let's play 2 of them down. So I'm not going to attack with my 4/3 to get rid of the Divine Shield. I'm going to attack with my 1 and then kill him with my 4 so we can kill that creature and get him out of the way. I've seen a lot of people make the mistake of using their big 1 to attack to get rid of the Divine Shield, and then they're stuck not being able to kill it. So just pay attention to what you're attacking. He's giving him the health instead of the attack. That's a really cool Druid card. It's a 2-drop, pick what you want. +1 attack or +1 health. That's definitely a great card. And I believe it's a mech. And it just gave me a freaking Divine Shield. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, that was a really good card. For a Priest deck. Or I mean a Paladin deck. Okay, so we're getting to the nitty gritty here. Again, we always draw that Shadow Priest on turn 5. It's really not so swell. So we're going to give... Yeah, I think I'm going to give this guy the health. Draw another one. We've got our Priest. We're going to kill his taunt. We're going to heal him back up to 5 health, and then we're going to attack him directly for 2. There's no point to attack his Harvest Golem. He is down in card advantage in his hand by a lot, and field control, I would honestly say I have the better field control setup. So he's going to worry about killing my field more so than me killing his. That's why it's just best to know when to attack directly and then when to kill creatures. Like then was not a good time to kill creatures. There's a good time to attack directly. Put him on the defensive. So look at him. He thinks he killed my 2/2, but he ignored my 4/5. So unless he's got a silence in his hand, next turn I'm going to be able to kill his Yeti and then keep that alive. And we just drew a freaking Cleric, so that I wonder what is going to get healed up and going to get even more card advantage. So now we've got complete hand advantage, complete field advantage, drawing another one, and I'm going to give my Cleric the health, because if he silences one of these, I don't want to put all of my eggs in a basket. So if, like, let's say he silenced it, I already gave him +2 health. I don't want to give him another one. I'd rather give it to the Cleric. Spread the love. So he's going to draw 2. So no, my hand advantage doesn't really matter that much anymore. Oh, Trogger. So my option is kill his field and heal for 2, or play Trogger. I think I'm going to play Trogger because if he plays any spell to kill my field, I'll be able to get another creature. And it's not like he can kill Trogger without suiciding with the 5/5 and then passiving, take 6 more to the face, and then playing cards. But I don't think he's going to do that. So let's keep going with the field control as we already have hand control. So let's keep going on what we got. All right, so looking over on the cards in the deck, Dark Cultist is, Dark Cultist, really nice card. Honestly, it's one of the most broken 3-drops in the game, in my opinion. It is, if you've got to play this card if you're playing a Priest. It's just, no matter what kind of deck, it just go, Dr. Boom again. Look at everybody playing Dr. Boom. That card is definitely, honestly, broken, though. Like a 7-drop for a 7/7, and then you summon 2 1/1s that deal 1 to 4 damage to any random opponent. That's really, really nice. Like, it's definitely a good control card. So, let's see what we can do here. Okay. Yeah, all right, so as you can see, I attacked first because I'm gonna blow up the field and I don't want any of my cards dying. Obviously that 4/3 was gonna die and he brought out a card. So if I would have just blew everything up first, I wouldn't have been able to deal damage to him directly. And I wish my Shadow Priest didn't die, but it did, so I had to use my Shadow Ward Death on his Dr. Boom. Here, he now has a good hand advantage, but he doesn't have the field advantage. So for here, he's going to have to either use a spell card, would most likely, to kill my remaining creature on the field. And when he does play the spell card, it's going to allow me to make a 3/5, gaining even more field advantage. And that's why Trogger, in my opinion, is a really, really nice 7-drop. He doesn't have the attack, he doesn't have the HP for a nice 7-drop, but his ability is what honestly makes him go 1-for-1 every time. So here's an ability. Let's see what he does. It's either maybe a Starfall, like it's something that's gonna kill him. Sorry about my delayed reaction last turn though. Oh, there it is, the swipe. All right, so I got my 3/4 on the, or it was a 3/5, but it's not anymore. All right, let's see what he does. Ooh, that wasn't very smart. Yeah, he even said a natural mistake. Sorry. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to play Ragnaros because he has 11 health. So if I swing for 5, end my turn, maybe Ragnaros will win it for me, maybe not. Hopefully, it'll just attack the Druid directly and I'll win. But if not, oh well. Also, this is probably one of my most expensive decks, if I haven't mentioned that before. There's a lot of legendaries in this deck and a lot of cards that cost a lot of gold. So I'm sorry if you can't build all these cards yet, but as you see, I'm getting down in the ranks, the nitty gritty. Honestly, I'm gonna probably try to go for Legend this season. I've made it down to, I believe 7 is the lowest I've made it. And that was just because I had a whole day for Hearthstone to myself. And I spent a good 5 to 6 hours grinding my way down to 6. And then I was getting frustrated because all I could manage to come up against was Miracle Rogue and Rush Warlock. Considering I don't know how Rush Warlock made it that low in the ranks, but it did. So, I'm sorry about the expensive deck, but hey, when you get to these lower ranks, you have to, honestly, it's time to spend some money if you want those lower ranks, that is, and start buckling your good cards down. If not, though, I've seen very basic decks make it to low ranks. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to have legendaries or anything. It's just, if you want those kind of decks, I'm sure you can type them in onto YouTube and find very basic decks that do very well, but that's honestly not the point of my videos. My videos is to show very effective decks with the current cards that are out. So I'm sorry about that if that frustrates you, that you can't afford the new cards or all the cards that I have. I'm sorry. I try my best to pick cards or name cards at the end that allow you to still play this deck effectively. So with that, we were able to win. I stopped kind of talking about the game because it was kind of GG after the fact that Ragnaros came out and the guy had 3 health left. It was GG, yeah, when that happened. So I'm pretty sure that's self-explanatory from there on. Since we didn't go over all the cards yet For those of you who would like to know more about the combos, why I've got the cards in the deck, we'll go over that now. For those of you who just wanted to see the deck and how it was played, and you guys can go off and do this on your own and not worry about me explaining, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping by the inn. I'm Rob, and for those who actually do need these cards explained, no problem. I don't mind doing it. I believe we left off at the Dark Cultist. So we'll go down to Shadow Madness. This would be the whole control portion of the deck. Of course, we're running 2 of these, and because we're running 2 of these, that is why we're not running 2 Shadow Ward Pains, because normally when you grab this card, you always want to go 2 for 1 on it. It's, of course, my side using 1 Shadow Madness, killing both of their creatures in response. So if you can't kill at least 1, which is very ideal, don't play it. And also this works very well if you're going to take like say a Leaper Gnome or a Leper Gnome, a Loot Hoarder, or a Harvest Golem, because when it dies on your side of the field, you keep the Death Rattle. So very nice. Soul Priest, like I've mentioned, clears the field. It's the 4 bomber. A Piloted Shredder is literally in every deck I've gone over so far. This card is broken, along with the Piloted Sky Golem. There are 2 of my favorite cards right there, just so much fun. Holy Nova, only running 1 of these bad boys because we have the Soul Priest with the Circle of Healing doing most of our explosiveness. Vol'jin, this is a really nice legendary. He's not needed though. You can replace him if you want. Actually, you can't really replace him, but the Shadow Ward deaths do pretty much what he does. It's just kill pretty much whatever creature you want and give them the health. You can change him out with a Loatheb if you want, if you have that card. But yeah. Really nice 5-drop. Shadow Priest, these are kind of a must in this control deck. They're not legendaries, so they shouldn't be too bad to buy. Piloted Sky Golem, another portion of this control deck. They waste a card killing this, and then another one comes out, giving you either hand control or field control. People have different definitions of control. Mine is being able to play a card, and your opponent has to react to the card that you've played, not so much as you reacting back to what your opponent's played. People might have different definitions, but oh well. Prophet Velen, you don't have to have this card at all. This is honestly a card that is play and it scares the shit out of people because it makes some cool animation when it comes out. And they go, holy shit, a Prophet Velen! And then they end up wasting 2 cards or 3 cards to kill it, or they'll waste a Sheep or a Hex, and it's just great because it's like, yo, this deck doesn't even revolve around this card. I just wanted you to waste whatever you had in your hand. Trogger, this is a really, in my opinion, he's a really awesome control card. Whenever they play a spell, bring yourself out a 3/5, and then whenever they play a spell again, that card gets +2 attack. So I've seen some dirty things with this card, and yeah, if you can get it, get it. If you can't, not a big deal. Ragnaros is a little bit better. He's the next card on our list. Ragnaros can go in any deck pretty much besides Rush. Broken. Ysera, really nice card again. I'm seeing less and less of her actually though, because there's just better legendaries out there now, and more effective ones at that, but she still gives you good card advantage, and it makes your opponent waste CC. So even if she's not winning you the game, she's giving you control, which is the point of this deck. Hand control, field control. And then, as we can see, mind control. If you don't have one of these legendaries like Prophet or Ysera or Vol'jin, you can grab yourself a second mind control if you really want. Just normally, it sucks drawing mind control really early in the game because then it just sits in your hand and it'll really bog you down because you need all the cards you can as soon as you can to take control of your opponent's deck and field early on, well, from mid to late game. So getting this on turn 4 or 5 really bogs your deck down and slows down the process. With that said, feel free to check out our other videos. I've got a Paladin, a Mech Paladin control up. We've got Mage, we've got Warrior, Hunter should be out as well, and Warlock's on its way. So yeah, if these guides have helped you, you're going to build this deck, throw us that sub, throw this video that like, and thanks for stopping by the inn.